Good morning, how's it going? Let's get up and get started. Y'all, we out here working on the 72. The sun ain't even up, but your boy been getting it. Just look at her. She's coming along. She's coming along. She came a long way. Look, we got a different motor transmission. She got a new radiator, electric fans. We're working on brakes. About to bust the wheels off of it. Work on some drum brakes. I hate drum brakes. Do y'all hate drum brakes? Because your boy don't like them. But we ain't got time to daggum disc brake swap it just yet. Maybe after the show. I'll have a little bit, I won't be in a bind then. Hey, how y'all like this rust repair over here? I learned that from Pole Barn Garage. I learned that from Pole Barn Garage. Yep. I mean, self-tappers and some license plates will get you a long way. Get your butt up, get started, y'all. Let's get it. Dadgummit, I told y'all I ripped all the crap. Look at there. That's all that's left. There wasn't even a dadgum drum on this one. There's a drum on this one, but that's it. Look over here. There's a drum on this one, but that's it. And then right back here, it had to take a little heat to this, and it still ain't off. I think that one actually has the junk left up in it, but it might not. Once I get that mug off there, because it's still stuck, okay? The drum, I think the pads are kind of stuck to the inside of the drum there, and it's not allowing it to come off. So when it does come off, it might rip everything out of it. I don't know. But either way, it looks like I'm gonna need that other truck, so I guess we're gonna go hook to some vehicles and see if we can pull them out the doggone way. And then get the other 72 where the Dodge is sitting, maybe. That way I can just go from there to here, and there from here, and there from here, and hopefully it has all the junk left on it. I'd rather not have to put all new drum brake crap on here because I don't plan on leaving it. Well, y'all, we're about to snatch this one out the way so we can get to the 72 back there with all the junk in the trunk, All right, we got that one out the way. Now time to see if we can snatch this one. After I pull this, and we might break out the lawnmower and just go ahead and mow this spot to knock the grass down some. Whoo, y'all, finally got her. Finally got her pulled up here. I thought I was going to take the fence out while I was trying to get her out. I'm telling you, it was rough. But as you can tell, there's a lot of junk in the bed of this one. That hood is completely trashed. It's terrible. Terrible. I think that's an 8-foot. I forgot exactly how big that garage door is. I don't really need it right now, but who knows, I might need it at some time. But, all right, so we got one of them off without completely destroying it. Hopefully we can get all that off. Get it on the driver's side over there. Go ahead and throw a new wheel cylinder in on that one. And have one of them out of the way. I'm about to soak a lot of this stuff down with some WD-40 and hope that all comes off, without breaking. All right, y'all. Sorry, I'm still hobbled up over here trying to use my good hand. All right, this is my bad hand, just playing. But we got the rear swapped over. Just threw the tires back on. We got the new wheel cylinders in there. Also, one of the passenger side, I did not have to swap over all of the hardware. I just had to get that off, the drum off, and then I cleaned it up some, put the new wheel cylinder in, stuck her back together. So both of them has the rear wheels back on, and now I just tore the hub off the front of the Potts truck up her. And she got a few cobwebs in there. And I'm not a spider fan. I've seen a lot of spiders already. I'm gonna take my little torchy torch and I'm gonna go and send all them spiders to, there. And then, or at least make them feel like that's where they're at. And then I'll finish taking that hardware off there and working our way up front, up yonder, and put a new wheel cylinder on and clean all that up and all that stuff. So let's get back at it. Give me a drink of water, and I kind of need to use the bathroom, but, you know, I ain't trying to get all that on there. So, we'll talk to you. I'll give you a heads up here in a little bit, okay? Okay. I will have to do new rear lines at the very least on the rear end there, because those wasn't budging. So, I went ahead and snipped them. So we'll do new lines back there. Maybe we can do better on the front. All right, y'all. I got 3 of them back together. Cleaned up, hardware, and new wheel cylinders. About to throw this last one back together after I throw a little grease on that thing. Wipe that drum out. Throw her back on the ground. Now I will have to get the rubber hoses. I completely forgot all about them. So I need to call about some rubber hoses for the front and the one, what is it, the one on the rear that goes up? Let's see. Ow, my elbow. Yeah, the one that comes down to the little portion block on the rear. So I need the 3 rubber hoses. I will have to run new line from the little proportion block or whatever you want to call it on the rear end to both sides on the rear. Other than that, after this, we ought to be able to bleed some brakes. Unless I'm forgetting something. I very well could be, but I don't think I am. My phone's nasty, I'm nasty. Let's get this thing back together. I'll have to call O'Reilly's about some hoses. And then I'm going to sit down, take me a break, because your boy been after it. And pretty much just try to think of what I need to go to next. All right, I got her back down on all fours. Well, she ain't down. She's still up on jack stands, but she got all 4 tires and wheels back on her. Oh, and she's got full daggum brakes around. All the brake pads looked great, by the way, and I ain't bull crapping you. I promise you, they looked good. Or to get me about 150,000 miles out of it. I'm probably not that long. I'm just playing, but that's still a good bit, okay? Now, what I did do after the fact, I went and grabbed that drive shaft I talked to you about. And I got her shoved in the transmission, and I got the other end of it held up by a jack so I could see how just far off she was. And this, well, boy, I'm nasty, my God. Look like somebody been picking their nose or something. Why does my nose look so, golly. Looking like one of my kids right now. All right, here we go. Look, here's what she got. She comes right there, and right there's a red. Look, she ain't that far off. And I measured it. It's like, I believe I got the drive shaft shoved just a little too far in the transmission. I measured right at 17 inches. Right at 17 inches. For all you F100 fellers out there that knows anything about a short bed conversion, time to take some more medicine. I've went too long. She's swelling back up on me and starting to hurt again. Anyways, if you know anything about them F100 long bed to short bed conversions, you take 16 inches out from right here. I told you I had that shoved up probably a little too far up in there. Guess what? 1 inch further out, that's 16 inches. What I'm saying is, if this was a short bed, we'd have us a drive shaft. I mean, I've been debating on it anyways. So you gotta take 16 out from up here. And then I'm thinking it was 4. I could be wrong. I mean, obviously I would do a little bit more research, but I know it's 16 right there. And 16 more inches shorter would get that drive shaft mounted in that daggum rear end right there. But also, if I'm going to do that, there's no point in me trying to fill these brakes up with some fluid, okay? Because I'd have to cut me some lines and then I'd have to tie them back together. Okie doke. Are you smelling what I'm stepping in is what I'm getting at. We debating on chopping her down. Okay? 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 That would solve my drive shaft problem. But it would create a whole other problem of me chopping this mug down. Do I think I could do it? Yeah, I do. Would it look like hot garbage? It probably would. Now look at her. She ain't getting no paint job. She gonna look like hot garbage anyways. And a little bitty line down through there. And a little bitty line down through there on the other side. Also, I mean, like old Gerald told me yesterday when I was talking about, heck, just let them two spots rust too. And she'll match the dadgum truck. Because we keeping her patinaed, okay? You may or may not like it, but that's what's happening. Because honestly, she got some roughness to her, okay? But that's what I'm debating. And that's what I'm debating. So if we got that done, then the biggest ordeal otherwise would be exhaust after that. And well, since she ain't got no exhaust on her right now, now's a good time to go ahead and chop her down. Look, I'd have to buy less exhaust. I'm saving money over here. If I chop her down, my drive shaft works. Meaning I ain't got to buy a drive shaft, right? Cha-ching, save money. I already got welding wire. My goodness, man, come on. And then, the shorter she is, the less exhaust pipe you got to buy. Cha-ching, saving money. Man, I'm just dadgum old full-blown I'm selling myself over here, okay? I'm a salesman. I just sold myself. Believe that's what we're gonna do. By George. I need to see if my part come in from my alternator, or my bracket come in from my alternator. And then we're going to have to see where this video is at on time-wise. Because our next video might just be chopping that mug down. I'm just telling you. It might be chopping her down. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, y'all, just ran to the mailbox. Well, I didn't run. I walked. But, our adjustable alternator bracket kit did come in. No, they ain't got no daggum instructions. They know I'm simple. I need some daggum colored pictures up in here, okay? But I got a small idea how she goes. Looks like something's missing. There's something missing over there. Look at this. Now, mind you, I just pulled it out of the daggum vanilla envelope, whatever the crap's called. There's that piece. There's a big piece. Oh, back up a little bit, Terry. Got the adjustable arm here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. Looks like that's supposed to be 2 of them. Why they got that up in there? There's some washers. My bad. What is that? A washer and a nylon nut. Looks like a spacer right there. That right there is empty. And she's been cracked open. Somebody stole a piece out of it. I'm sorry, suckers. Somebody got me. Look at that crap. Man, you can't trust nobody nowadays. Can't even trust the dadgum Amazon. What's going on, man? What's going on? Look, I would go ahead and throw that on, but my hand is killing me. If you ain't never had gout, I hope you don't ever get it, because it's rough stuff. I get it in my hand nowadays, but there for a while I was getting it in my foot that I'd broke back when I had a motorcycle wreck back in the day. But, and it hurts in both. I'd probably rather have it in my hand, because, otherwise every time you take a step, it hurt, but man, it's rough stuff. But I'll have to put that on next time I come out. And that'll be a couple days, because your boy's about to go to day shift. And I can't do nothing after I get home at night off a day shift, because, you got to have the family time. And I don't get home. Well, heck, this time of year, I don't get home till dark. So, that hurts it even more. But, I'll get back with y'all. And we might finish this video off with doing that alternator bracket. Because like I told you, next day or two, I'm going to be thinking about that right there. You know what I'm saying? Look, she's already trashed. Okay, I mean, she already ain't in the best condition, okay? Then you see the dadgum floor. Look at there. Look at all them holes. Look at these holes. There's holes everywhere. She holy moly. And honestly, I'd probably cut out 90% of that. And I'd end up putting a wood floor in it. Because I ain't buying one of them daggum high dollar floor beds and all that crap for some mess. It ain't happening. I mean, look at her. We'll put some wood floor up in it. So, that's what I'm thinking. You may or may not like it. If you love the long beds, I'm sorry, don't watch. Play the video because I need the views and I need the playtime because there's a lot of them ain't watching the daggum videos. So, like, turn it on in the background, turn the volume down, okay? But let her play. Just don't watch. I ain't trying to hurt your feelings. That's just what might be happening up in here, all right? Now, y'all have a great day. Your boy's about to go cry. I got to clean up, take some medicine, and get ready for some soccer games. Go Boston and Nashville. That's what the kids' teams are. Boston and Nashville. That's who we're rooting for. We'll see y'all later, okay? I'm gonna go cry a little bit. All right, y'all, finally found my one-off day, okay? So, you know, it's 4:30 in the morning and I'm out here. I'm about to put on this new alternator bracket. My hand looks swollen, it's because it is. I still got the gout in it, but it's easing up. There's our new bracket and there's the rest of our hardware for it. And we're having to pull the water pump pulley to get to the bolts there. Alright, y'all, so I'm not saying that this kit sucks or anything, okay? But I am gonna tell you, oh dang, I ain't even messed with nothing with grease on. How'd I get grease on? Anyways, I'm not saying the kit sucks or anything, okay? But it's not the best. It don't come with any instructions. And it will fit a small block Ford, but I believe it's a little bit universal, and you might have to cut some of the spacers down to make it fit your application. Let me show you what we got. All right, so I have no idea what that bolt is. Don't pay attention to it yet. I had to pull my water pump pulley off, obviously, to get them bolts off. And then we got this really long, bigger bolt here, which is going to go through the alternator to the head there, right? It's going to go through there. It's going to hold the alternator. The alternator's going to be up, kind of. Don't worry about this radiator hose. I'm going to have to trim this down just a little bit and get that bend out of it there a little bit. But gave you this long spacer. Oh, I dropped one. This medium spacer, and that spacer right there is a little bit smaller, and it also gives you a little bitty spacer. But like I said, I have no instructions. Okay, obviously the bigger one is going to go with this bigger bolt because look at the inner diameter there. So we're going to say it's going to go whoop, into the head. You're going to have that spacer back there behind the alternator. And like that. So we got a good idea where that spacer goes. Now otherwise, like I said, they gave you these longer, medium, and a really tiny one. And this is the medium one. Obviously, I can't do the tiny one. But I just had to look at some videos. People that bought kits similar to this that had no instructions also. And pretty sure this is how the adjustable arm and everything is going to go. This little thing right there is going to bolt on top of the alternator right here. But all that and everything I've seen, it goes behind it. Well, this hole's threaded. They don't give you a dadgum. I mean, I could get that in there, but it's only gonna go so far. I don't know. I'm kind of winging and dinging. Last video I just found on it though. Oh yeah, also let me show you this. Water pump puller. Slider on. Look, I'm hitting already. And there's gap in there. I'm hitting the new bracket there. So we know that the little bitty tiny spacer is not enough. And that one right there is too much. The one guy I just seen took like a 1/4 inch, I think it was, off that. But I don't even know if that's going to be enough, really. And then this is touching the back of the bracket, and look. So I wonder how this one would do down here. And then we might have to go off of that. Oh man. Is it that hard to put freaking instructions into a dadgum kit? I mean, come on. Alright, it's taking this is ridiculous. It really is. Alright, so this is what apparently this is more of a universal kit for small block Fords. You know, this is what she's looking like. I'm gonna have to trim down some spacers, but look at this fitment. I'm trying to be as straight on with it as I can. I mean, she's pretty close. I might not be doing it justice with my angle here, but that's pretty much where it needs to be. All right, here's the problems. One problem. See my radiator hose? It is just resting up on top of that. I had to push that mug up. But honestly, see that little kink right there? I'm gonna have to trim this down some anyways and pull it further this way to get that kink out. So maybe it won't be as bad after I do that. Also, this came with the kit, the little nut and bolt, got a washer on each side, bolt, and then that bolt and the spacer behind it. That spacer seems to actually be the right length. Now, I went ahead and I put this on that way I could make sure my alignment was going to be good where we're at. And honestly, she's pretty daggum sturdy just with this adjustable bar and the bolt and spacer down there, to be quite honest with you. But this bracket come with it, so I would like to use it, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to trim down some spacers. So she fits pretty close if I can get. That's good though. That's good though. So we're gonna pull this pulley back off. I just got one bolt in it. And then hold my spacers up and mark them and just see exactly how much I'm gonna have to trim off these bad boys just to get them on there the right way, okay? All right, so this, I told you I was gonna have to cut down them 2 spacers, right? I got her all on there now, baby, that's what I'm talking about. But this top spacer right here, I had to cut it down to where it was only 1 inch long. The bottom one there, uh-oh, I might have cut just a hair off of it. Just a smidgen too much off of it. This thing is she's rock solid. She ain't going nowhere. So I either need to tighten that up just a hair more. I don't know if I can, no. I need to put I'm gonna take that bottom one off and throw a small washer in there just to, you know, just to make sure. But this baby lined up. Like I said before, sorry about my angle if that's the problem, but man, she's trying to meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Looks good. Boy, that radiator, them electric fans looking good. But yeah, I'm gonna take that bottom one off and throw a washer on there. And then I believe I'm gonna try to get this off it. Boy, it was a tight fit getting it on there. But I think I'm gonna try to take this off here and see how much I gotta cut off to get that bend, that ugly bend out of there. I don't need this thing trying to collapse when we finally do throw some fluid through her. All right, look, I got a little carried away, okay? I was getting tired of seeing some open water ports and stuff like that, so I did start off by shortening my upper radiator hose, so here you go. I got trimmed her up a little bit. Now, she flows pretty good. Got a little bitty small in there, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that all the way out. I feel like that hose could be turned just a little better or whatnot. But, you know, I had to spray a little WD-40 on that baby to get her up on there, but I finally got her up on there. Also, radiator hose, or the heater hoses, one of them was like this one right here, the one that was there originally on the left, was totally eaten up. Where's it at? Right here. This is the end of it. She was completely eat off, way too short. So I took it and put it from here down and trimmed it to where it would fit just right going to her spout. So, you know, that's all cool. I trimmed them up a little bit away, and they had to be shorter anyways. So I trimmed them up to where it used to be clamped. I cut that off, so it's kind of like new hose now, you know what I'm saying? Left that little piece up yonder, still got her little valve here that you lever or whatever changes. So that left me with the hose that was originally on this part of the end. Well, it wasn't long enough to do everything that I needed it to do and bend all weird and come up in there. So Ford guys is gonna hate me, but the hose on the left is actually off of a 94 Corvette. I saved the hoses when I chopped her up. I mean, maybe it'll be all right. I mean, look at her. I didn't even have to trim it. She just squiggles down through there, comes down, loops up, and hooks right in. I mean, didn't even have to trim it. And then now another hose off of a 94 Corvette. I grabbed it and trimmed it to go from this water spout here down to that top in there. So, I mean, you know, we were using. So, yeah. Hopefully they don't fail on me or anything. So, we'll see. Trying to think of what else I can do right now. Or what else I did do. I did do me a spacer, or a washer behind that one little spacer on the alternator. She ain't moving, cause I've shook this thing a bunch. She don't budge. Don't budge. And she's adjustable. You just turn your little thingamadoodles there and tighten her or loosen her and all that jazz. Obviously, I ain't got a belt right now, but we'll figure it out. My wife just texted. I believe she finally awake, you know. She don't get up with us early birds, okay? She just don't. She just don't. But she knows I'm on a tight deadline, even though I'm probably not gonna make it deadline. She's gonna be nice today. And after I get done with the school lesson, I get to come back out here for a little bit. Today's a holiday, but she's still working, and this just happened to be my scheduled off day. I don't get holidays off. But so after school lesson, I'm gonna come back out here a couple hours, anyways, 2 or 3 hours. And then since it's a holiday, they got baseball practice midday. You're ruining my daggum nap time routine. Anyways, and then a little bit later after that, we got a birthday party. So I like to finish up this video. I found some brake hoses, the rubber brake hoses. There's one front, and there's the other front. And then there's the back one, you know, got the little block and all that mess. I'd like to get them installed when I come back out here. And then we're gonna call it quits on this video, I believe. Because on the next video, I got some big changes. Maybe a bed, you know. All right, a couple hours later, we're back. Got the front wheel off already. I was adjusting my drum brakes, make sure it, you know, drag just a little bit, just tiny bit. I was adjusting the back of them there, and because I forgot to the other day. So this is our brake line, hose, whatever. This is the crusty monstrosity that is in here right now. She's losing some of the insulation and everything. Probably gonna have to heat these up. I'm hoping we don't break these and don't have to run all new lines. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so let's throw a little heat on these and break out my brake wrenches. Look at here, we got all the necessities. If you don't believe that some vice grips is part of a good brake wrench kit, then we'll have to agree to disagree. And obviously a little heat. So let's see if we can get this process started. Now, I know it's quite crusty up under here. Eventually, I would like to take a wire wheel to the chassis of this thing and up in the inner fenders here and everything, and just throw a coat of black spray paint or something over it just to give it a little bit cleaner look and, you know, a little bit of protection. I would like to get the underside of this thing pretty cleaned up and leave the outside of it patinaed. I'm about to cut my dadgum hose into there, I think. Look at her. She's crunching over there. Oh, she's popping. She's popping. Oh, also, since we know we're taking them off, we could just snip the line here. That way we can get a socket up on that. That would help us a little bit too. And we could probably do that there too. And just like that, with a little bit of heat and the right wrenches, new line is in. Now to do 2 more. You know, I've been wondering why I've been sore here lately. It's probably from crawling up under this thing 30 different times a day. But we got the front lines done. Now we're looking at the back one. And this is what we got. If y'all remember, earlier in the video, we did go ahead and snip them when we put the wheel cylinders in, because they was crusty. And it ain't a whole lot just to replace these lines back here. So those are cut on both sides. I just need to get them out of that holder there. Apparently I bent that one a little bit, and it actually had some fluid left in it. Look at there. Look at there. Look at there. Get out of there. I might need 2 hands for this. I don't know. Or maybe just one good hand, because that one's still a little jacked up from the gout. Sucks getting old. There you go. Uh-oh, that one's just broke. She's crusty. Oh, get that out of here. Whatever. Oh yeah. Now, I'll snip that and snip that up there and see if we can break those loose. Well, she fought me a little bit, but I finally got her out. Also, my little vent here, we're going to clean that out. I have to run a drill bit or something through it. Dirt daubers have apparently taken a liking to it. All right, ran a little drill bit down in there to clean out the dirt daubers and all that mess. Whatever be putting dirt up in there. Got the new line on. We're not going to worry about these brake lines on the rear end just yet. Or should we? I kind of want to move on to the next thing, because I may end up having to do another brake line. You know, down through yonder, because we're going to have to snip that one. I don't know why we might have to snip that one. You know, it might need to be a little shorter. Your guess is as good as mine. And if it's too crusty, then we'll just go ahead and replace the whole thing. And if we're going to have to do that, then we might as well do these back here then. So that might be it for this video. Let me look back and see what we had going on.